The FBL engagement database provides an overview of key recorded engagement activities with companies and universities that are occurring across our faculty. The database does not show all interactions an individual or school may have with companies and universities. We are continuing to work to add as many of these interactions as possible to the database, but also acknowledge that not all conversations or engagement activities will be able to be recorded. The FBL database provides 4 key main areas. Firstly, company engagement, where an individual user can look up engagement with individual companies. Secondly, university engagement, where again the end user can look up engagement activities that are occurring with other universities. Reports is a section which allows us to view engagement activities across multiple companies and universities. We can filter those reports by school, area, company, or individual university. Recording activities allows us to input data for specific engagement types that we don't capture through our normal systems. Under company engagement, we can find out information about all the companies listed within our database. Our database has close to 2,000 organisations with at least one engagement activity. So once we've identified the company we wish to look at engagement activities for, we can simply use the tabs across the application to look at those activities. So in this case, we're looking at HBF, and we can look at unit industry guests. So this is where we've had guest lectures, panel members or clients who have been an industry guest for our particular unit. We can also see under internships, so where we've had work integrated learning opportunities for our students. Advisory board members, again, we can look at where we have a representative from HBF who currently sits on our School of Marketing Advisory Board. We can also look at where we have research grants. We can also look at event information with executive education, and then we can see information around prizes and awards. So where a company would be sponsoring prizes and awards. The University Engagement screen provides a list of engagement activities with individual universities. Our database currently holds close to 500 universities with at least one engagement activity occurring. So again, once we've selected the university we wish to look at engagement, we can simply use the tabs to look at the engagement activities. So in this case, we're looking at agreements, and we can see we do have a student exchange agreement in place. We also have 2 articulation agreements that are in place with Burgundy School of Business. If there was a transnational educational partnership, it would also show up below. Mobility, we can look at both outbound and inbound student mobility. If we had research grants occurring with this particular institution, these would show here. Academic visits, both inbound and outbound, would appear on this particular tab. Advisory board members that we may have from an institution would show here. So in this case, we do have a particular advisory board from the Burgundy School of Business, who is an external member for our School of Marketing Advisory Board. And lastly, if we have any joint events or conferences with this particular institution, they would show up in here as well. The report screen will provide access to view engagement activities across multiple companies and universities. This is a great screen for schools and areas to really be able to drill down into engagement that is happening across their particular school or wider across the faculty. For example, academic visits report, we can begin to filter an academics visits report, so both inbound and outbound, if we wish to look at staff who are either travelling to the other institutions or where we have staff coming from other institutions, we could filter that out. We can filter on particular years, so if we pick here 2019, and we could filter on a particular school or area. From there we can generate a report which is currently showing all the Faculty of Business and Law's inbound and outbound university academic visits for 2019. So if I browse through here, we can see that we had a lot of visits to external institutions in 2019. And again, we can export that data print that data or use that data to inform ourselves and decisions being made within the school or the faculty.